Welcome to Los Angeles, California. Today, I'm riding with professional gravel racer Isabel King. Wish me luck. I found Iz, just about spotted her.
Very hard to find.
Can you tell me where we're going today?
We're gonna go up Sullivan Canyon. We've gotten a lot of rain, but hopefully the canyon kind of...
It was at this moment that she knew. She f***ed up.
Oh!
Where are we going? Today we're going up Sullivan Canyon. We've gotten a lot of rain, so hopefully it kind of drains off the sides. So it'll be less rutted than the rest of them. Not Sullivan Canyon, Sullivan Ridge. Sullivan Canyon is literally a river, so we're not going there.
I was out on these trails yesterday.
How'd it go?
Slippy.
Yeah, your bike sounds okay, so you didn't...
Just took 2 hours of cleaning.
Make sure you get all this really PC graffiti happening. If you climb high enough, there's always sun. So this is normally paved. Cool, cool, cool.
Oh yeah, this is like my speciality. This is what we call gravel in England. This is kind of a sticky mud that doesn't come off, and you have to carry a stick with you when you ride unbound, don't you? And scrape it all off your bike and drivetrain.
Oh gosh, right?
If it gets too much.
Never have I ever worn such big platforms.
Yeah.
They're like...
It's good for us. None of the Americans have ever ridden in mud before, so.
I guess, yeah, I'm getting my practice.
Yeah, this is it.
Last year, the 2 times I rode in mud were in massive races, and I was like, oh, this is new.
There you go. Thank me later. This is top secret training.
Yeah. My name is Isabel King, also known as Is King or King Is. I am, kind of crazy to say, a professional gravel rider. It means that I am paid to go race kind of crazy long endurance gravel races. This year I am racing in the Lifetime Grand Prix, so 7 race series. I think our shortest is 40 miles and our longest is 200 miles. Everything off-road, mostly gravel and mountain bikes. The shortest race will probably be 4 or 5 hours long, and the longest last year unbound took me 11 and a half. So it's funny to think about when you're like, what else do you do for 12 hours straight? I can sleep for that long, but most people can't. Like, most people don't work at a desk that long. How do you know you're going really slow if a vulture is like circling you? I'm not dead yet!
How much do you train a week?
Ooh, more than most people because I love it. I train between 25 and 30 hours a week, unless my coach forces me to rest, which is good, and then my rest weeks are normally 17 to 20 hours.
If you follow Iz's Instagram page, which I'll link down below, you'll see she regularly posts 35-hour weeks on Strava. I'm kind of jealous, I'll be honest. Although, last few weeks has been in the rain.
30-hour week on the trainer. I have a new respect for everyone that lives anywhere with the winter.
You live in the right place for it though. LA,
I do.
What do you think of LA in terms of how good the riding is?
Better than I ever would have expected. It's very fun. Normally at this time when we're not getting smoked by rain, like a lot of people, pros and such, come to train in Los Angeles. And when I first moved here, I did not expect to have any sort of riding. And there's an incredible endurance community. Someone is always faster than you, both up and down hills, which is very fun.
How did you get into cycling?
Kind of on accident, honestly. I think one of the things, I did not grow up racing or riding bikes really. I was a soccer player through college. Signed up for a triathlon when I had some free time before starting business school. Absolutely fell in love with the bike, and then COVID was an interesting timing in that I had the opportunity to focus just on cycling, and was able to get pretty fast, and then switch from swim, bike, run to gravel grinding. I thought it was more fun. I think the aerodynamics and all of that was less my style. I kind of like getting muddy and the crashing and the chaos that is gravel.
Do you think there's a bit of crossover still with the bike leg of triathlon and gravel? Because there's less drafting and a bit of aero.
Last weekend in the race I was trying to close a gap on a girl, and I was like, okay, remember how to do this. And it was fun. I was like, oh yeah, I remember that. But I don't miss having to run a half marathon after you finish the race.
Thank you. Putting it in the big ring.
All right. Does my makeup look really good?
Great, we need to get the hair and makeup guy in. Go on, mate, quick, we're doing the bike check. Oh, he's in there.
She's a little sweaty.
He's in the Portaloo.
This is the Scott Addict Gravel Tuned. It is this year 2023 version. Shimano components and Dura-Ace wheels and Pan Racer tires with orange sealed inside. So the bars are the Synchros Creston ICSLX. I run 40 centimeter bars. I like them because they feel like this whole bike feels like a road bike. It feels like you shouldn't be able to go this fast on dirt, which is cool, which is, I think, in my mind, like what a gravel bike should be. It's a little bit heftier road bike that you can throw big tires. I think the clearance also is a huge thing on this bike. You can put almost like mountain bike tires on this, so I don't know if my skills would live up to needing tires that big, but I love that like there is that possibility. So it's just kind of like the all-around adventure bike that's still really, really fast on the road, which is cool. So I tend to race, I run Pan Racer Gravel Kings, not coincidentally only because it's my last name. I aspire to be a Gravel King, but because I love the tires. I've raced Unbound, this will jinx me 1000%, but I've raced Unbound twice now and 0 flats in the 22 hours of riding on sharp rocks that I've done, which is pretty awesome. Ah, the big one. I need help, we're fine. I think that's a fire helicopter. Seems like fire danger low. I'm no Smokey the Bear, but
maybe they just...
She's on fire! So I run a 2x setup with the 2x on the front. It's a 48-31 tooth. And then on the back is the GRX 11 speed. And I think there's a 34 as the biggest gearing. So a lot of these races are flat and rolling, so you do need the gears to be able to go fast on the flats as well. So I think a 1x, sometimes you can top out a little bit or not have enough on the back end. So I just like the ability to kind of mix and match with that.
There's a little sticker on your top tube. Can you tell me about that?
There's a little sticker here, there's a little sticker thing here. This is a drawing of my dad's hand. He passed away in September of 2021. So I have this, it's in sign language, it means I love you. So I'll have that to remind me why I ride. And I think it's good to remind you that like my dad and I shared the love for cycling, and every time a race is really, really hard, I get to look down and remember that this kind of suffering that we get to do is a privilege, and not everybody gets to do that. And so I think it's really important to remember that, that this crazy thing we do is really, it's a privilege to be able to be alive and hurt in a good way. Yeah. My dad was super sick, and at the end, when he lost his ability to speak, this was the way that we were able to communicate.
Now you can see it every time you ride?
Yeah. So it's on there. My sister drew it, and I have it on my heart and on my top tube, which is a good place to keep it.
We've just ridden 2 hours.
Yeah.
And you're going to carry on?
Yeah, I got 2.5 more. Yeah, we're going. Have a good one. You.
We'll have fun with that.
Thank you.
I'm going to have a sleep.
Yeah. Go get a croissant.
Absolute pleasure to join Iz on one of her training rides. She's obviously going for a bit longer, considering her races are like 200 miles long. I'm going to go for a rest. If you want to give her a follow on Instagram, I'll put a link in the description down below. You can follow her progress through the year. She's aiming for a high result on the Lifetime Grand Prix, so it's Garmin Unbound, Sea Otter Classic, and a load of other races through the year, so stay tuned to that. Thank you for watching, and see you guys soon.